What's going on? It's a What's Going On 10.5. Hopefully, notifications mysteriously go out. I don't know about going out because, I don't have control over that. So, hopefully, y'all stumble upon my live stream some kind of way. Hopefully, the force finds you to, find your way to What's Going On 10.5. I call it 10.5 because 10 didn't go accordingly to plan, so it's more so texting than anything. I guess, the technical difficulties for the melanated is, a given. So hopefully we can get a conversation sparked and, everything's good. Hopefully you're not having a too complex wind down to your day. Hopefully everything is going copacetic. What's going on, Joe Frank? Hey, it's just me. It ain't no old school, ain't no famo, it ain't no Shotty Shot, it ain't no infamous Lisa Smith. I mean, they ain't stopping them from coming in the actual chat, but it's just me solo dolo on this particular live stream. So, what do you want to talk about? Matter of fact, if you see that it shows the thumbnail is black, you know, it showed a technical error of me being able to upload another thumbnail. It was going to be all red backdrop. Matter of fact, you probably see it on the you know the the replay. I'll be able to load it, but you know technical issues, quote unquote, preventing me from uploading it. So that lets the discrimination is real. I'm glad you're a definite supporter, Joe Frank. You always find your way in here, even if you got to get back to doing what you're doing. The last time you was at the casino, trying to play for big dollars. So hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone that comes in here and likes the particular live stream, and like I said, these live streams that I conduct is about you, the people that choose to tune in. You may not even be subscribed to me. You just like, okay, I'll catch his live streams. I always catch them from time to time. It's about the people that want to come in and chime in on whatever you may want to chime in on. So I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I actually respond to the people that want to support Too Cool to Con. I'm not one of them types that gloss over what you have to say or anything like that. The only way that it may seem like I'm not answering what you're saying is if a person actually says something idiotic that didn't make sense to anything, where I had to block them out, to try to prevent them from throwing off the conversation we may be having. So that's the only way that it may be a block. What's going on, Lisa Smith? I was just recently talking about you, saying that, it's just me, Reek Solo. I ain't did it in a while. I gotta be called to do these particular live streams by myself because it's like, you know, I need, someone to bounce off of whatever I'm about to talk about. I don't want to just be rambling about nothing. So that's why when I do a live stream, I invite you to post your number. You can actually you can actually come on the live stream and we can have a dialogue back and forth. That's what it's about. I don't want to preach to anybody because I'm not a preacher. You know, I'm not anything like that, but I definitely will entertain a conversation with you, you know, if you see it so fit. Sometimes people do, like I said, since I don't got the number, I mean, I've been going on for about 2 weeks talking about this, but you get busy in life every now and then. It shouldn't be that hard to set up what I said, Google number to, get this thing cracking so people, I could just post a number and then people just automatically call in like, oh, Rick, I feel this way, or I wanted to talk about this. But I haven't set it up. So the only other way to do that is if you post your number, Soon as I get it, I'll hit your line and then I'll delete it out of the chat where nobody will see it. They won't even see it on the replay. If you see anything that's been deleted out of a replay, it never, or not a replay, deleted out of a live stream, it never even appears in the replay. So you don't have to worry about, nobody calling your number or anything like that. And if I already have your number and you just say, hey, Ree, hit my line, I could do that too. You know, it just depends on if whoever feels like having a conversation. And I appreciate the like so far. Hey, we six people in the room so far, 5 likes. Hey, if you like it, like it. I mean, I guess it might be an occasional thumbs down or something like that, but it happens. To me, I appreciate a thumbs down if, okay, I wasn't seeing eye to eye, Rick was saying something totally off the wall, then I can, maybe understand that. But then again, you just got people that just, want to do that just for the fun of it. And I guess you still get ranked in a way. It ain't so much of a negative twist where, you get a thumbs down and you get less of a placement. Is you're still getting a ranking of some kind. You just hopefully you won't show up in their feed anymore. You know. So we got Joe Frank and we got Lisa Smith. Anybody else? Anybody else? It got to be more people out there. I mean, that's what this is about. This isn't about, okay, let me just sit in the background and not say anything. These particular live streams is for the people, you the people. So speak up, let me know, let everybody else that's within here know that you're in the particular stream. And let's get a conversation going, whatever it may be. Like I said, I was thinking about, I didn't even add tags to the last what's going on. I didn't add tags to it. I really didn't put no effort in it because I seen how it was moving. It was, you know, I got messages from people like, Rick, I didn't get no notifications for it. So, I guess they seen that, that King from Kemet on the cover, and they really didn't like that one. Like, we don't want to promote no melanated person, showing that there was royalty back in the day and still royalty now, you know, amongst the people. We want to play that to the background. So we're gonna send our algorithms to throw monkey wrenches in those type of plans of sending out notifications. I look at all these algorithms that are created. They got a racist architect behind them. All these algorithms, every algorithm they got out here. Just think about it like this. You ever notice, like, you may watch occasional whatever kind of videos, but then you'll start getting um like notifications for not so much notifications, but like, oh, recommendation. If you like this type of video, then you'll like this. Why do you have to try to pander to, okay, since I'm melanated, I probably would like this other melanated type of situation? No. You can send me I don't care if the person's over in Japan. Send me some going on about something over there, or send me some technology that's happening in Germany, or don't try to just be, okay, we're pandering because of your color. You may like this. Nah, that to me comes off racist in itself right there. How do you feel about certain people acting like they don't watch your channel but repeat what you say in their videos? Well, you know, how do I feel about that? I mean, it's kind of funny to me because, you got these people that, and no knock to, those that are losing hair follicles, but I'm speaking to the ones that, are really asinine at heart, that are losing hair follicles and they gotta, keep something covering their dome because, they don't want to look less manly, or less appealing to females. But I think that's see, I want to use choice words, but see, I know I'm so scrutinized. If I say certain words, then that'll put my videos in a different particular ranking because they're counting everything that I say. So that just shows how much a charlatan shyster they are if they're watching my videos and repeating things that I say out of them. Like I said, I done had previous, I'll say, conversations between me and another person, and this particular person, took the role of a what's the word I'm looking for? They were real like a little girl, and they're supposed to be a male. About, oh well, I had a conversation between these two, and they were bullying me. I'm like, how can you get bullied and you're a grown man? That just lets you know that you're really a little youngster at heart. You're not to be taken serious. Matter of fact, if you're so a wordsmith with your words and you do this for the daily, you should be able to combat what another man has to say to you about a situation. Not so much you. It's not about attacking a man or a female. It's attacking what you're trying to stand on, what you're trying to promote. The actual, what's the word I'm looking for? You're a charlatan. You're a con. That's why my channel is named Too Cool Too Con. You cannot con someone that's familiar with the con. I'm familiar with con. I done ran con before. I don't run it no more. That's why it's called Too Cool to Con. We killing that shit. You know, just like how Pac said. Add the kill on the Illuminati. We're killing that con. I don't want nobody to be conned or swindled or anything like that. Matter of fact, you'll catch swindlers on here every day trying to swindle you out of some money. Matter of fact, they'll put it as it's their business, but actually, they're working because that's their only job because, they done, matter of fact, we're in the day and age of social credit. And with that being said, I know a lot of people may not be up on this, but it's this thing called, if you go put in anybody's name, you put in anybody's name, and the first thing that comes up is called My Life. That actually is like the stepping stone of what social credit is. And with that being said, when you put that in, it'll show like a meter on the screen, and the meter ranks what standing this person has. And when I say standing, it goes from, if they've been convicted of anything, how they pay their bills, how much money do they actually bring in. And if you type in anybody's name, it'll bring up whatever court records automatically. You can automatically research this. So if a person claims to be, a multi-millionaire and all this kind of stuff, or whatever the case may be, type their name in there. You'll see it. Matter of fact, it's easy. You type your name into Google. You can type your own name in there, and it'll show the ranking, like what percentile. And that is what's going on in China. They practice social credit. Matter of fact, if your social credit standing is not of the highest, you can't even travel in China. They'll put a block on you being able to, ride an airplane. You may only be able to ride the train the slow way. They don't want you interacting with people that may have a higher ranking. That's how it's like they're um, segregating certain class sets. Matter of fact, they're creating class systems. Okay, all these people, essentially, for better words, all these people over here are losers. All these people are up and coming and doing whatever the government is saying. So we got to put them over, make them feel like they're, doing something, that much more bigger. That's what social credit is. Matter of fact, hey, you could turn this video off, put in a search engine, social credit China. Once you see what's going on, it's like they're running a test study over there, and then it comes over here. I think about it like this. I remember this had to be about 99. Back in 99, they said, yeah, people over in Japan are, paying for their fares and paying for, products out of, whatever grocery store with their cell phones. And back then, when you thought about that, like, and when I say paying for their with their cell phones, just like putting their phone up to, whatever device within the store and being able to leave out the store. Back in 99, to hear something like that was like, man, that's crazy. How they got technology like that? But we here now. So it's almost like, okay, that's like what, 20 years ago? 20 years behind. So you figure if they're doing the social credit right now in China, right now, that lets you know what to look forward coming. And way technology is moving, it may not even take 20 years. It may be 10 years. It may, because right now it's under all these social medias, under all these, apps that you buy things and all this, and Ubers and all this is running under all of these programs. That's why they always keep saying data breach, data breach. Matter of fact, you hear the thing about Equifax. You just heard the one today about Capital One. That's a ploy. It's like, oh, well, this one person and then notice every story that they put, oh, the person that did the breach or whatever was 33. 33. These Masonic numbers that they put on here on a story. But anyways, let's keep rolling. They use that as an excuse. Okay, now you can get, let's say, $125 for, the inconvenience, or you can get free credit monitoring forever so you can protect your stuff. Well, that's going to come into play once social credit comes into play here, because it's already in play in China. But once it comes into play here, okay, it's free for now. But free always means it's a company fee later on. I'd rather not be enrolled in nothing like that. They use these scare tactics because the media works for, the powers that be to get their agendas of certain things going. So with that being said, I wouldn't advise anybody to enroll with a company that already said they done essentially breached and found your data anyways. Like I said, any of these applications that you have on your phone, or even if you're on your computer on it, they're running under all of these programs. You're putting your information in for like banking, you're putting your information in for like car insurance, whatever it may be, vital information, matter of fact, medical history and all this kind of stuff. That's how they're getting it. They're acting like, oh, it's just this one regular person that looked like you that did this thing. Anybody that tries to run something like that, they're at their door immediately. And you didn't even hear about nothing like this on the news. So when you hear about it on the news, it's like a big scare to the people to be like, hey, oh, we need to do this because the news reporter said this, and we gotta take them for their word. Okay, you said, Lisa Smith, you said you never hear about breaching people's home loans or student loans or medical bills or, yeah, most definitely. You never hear about that. People have student loans that are for high amounts. You don't never hear about that being cleared to zero. You never hear about people's mortgages being cleared to zero or anything like that. What's up, Tommy? Yeah, you never hear about that. You know why you never hear about that? Because they know that will be an actual change. See, the other, what I just got them talking about, well, oh, your data got breached. Well, we'll monitor your stuff so it won't get breached for free. No, it's for fee, and it's for later when they rewrite raw laws when the social credit really hits over on this side of the planet. So I don't advise any of that. Like I said, if you ain't seeing people's mortgages go to zero, if you ain't seeing people's bank accounts actually having some high amount of money just randomly in it, because think about it like this. Just think if someone's account got a random 100,000 in it or something like that, and they was always being around a level of 5 to 1,000 or something like that. They're gonna be on them immediately. Oh, you spent that money and all that kind of stuff. It'd be hard on the little person, and he ain't probably had nothing to do with nothing like that. But when it comes to, okay, yeah, data breach and all this kind of stuff, oh, well, we'll give you free monitoring, or we give you 125. Then even that 125 might even be bad. That might be enrolling into some type of program you don't even know because you took it, you know. Because usually when you get some money, you got to sign off for it. So that's like a backhanded way of signing up to their program. So either you take the free, which is later down the road fee, or you take the 125, whatever they offering you, and you still got to sign off for something. You know, because you know a lot of us, even myself, sometimes you don't read the fine print of things. You know, and within all that legal jargon is something that's, you know, going against you. Like I said, there's 8 people in here. Hey, if you're liking the stream so far, if you want to join in on this actual conversation, if you got something to add to it, you could add to it. Matter of fact, another one I noticed, they always, you know, you be on social media and you know they'll be like, oh well, look, it's showing these Mexican smugglers. They were smuggling in so many bricks, and they were throwing it in the water and all that. And it was like three or to $4 million worth of whatever it was. Okay, you're showing that, but why haven't we heard any more about J.P. Morgan, where the, you know, the cargo ship had tons of heroin on it, and we ain't hearing about nobody getting convicted about anything. Matter of fact, you ain't heard no more about that. But they'll throw, oh well, look, this dude, he was driving his car, and we got him with 3 or 4 pounds in it. It's a successful bust. No, that's nothing compared to that cargo ship. Nothing at all. But see, that's what I'm talking about. The main distractions. You got to see what they're actually saying. They want you to be concerned with the little man, the person that looks just like you, and hang them out to dry versus these big uh, uh, conglomerates that are causing all the havoc. JP, because I want to say they're the main ones that hold mortgages and stuff like that. Think about this. You know, a lot of these mortgages, think about like, say if you got a mortgage for your house or whatever, and you default on it, you know, you're gonna owe for, you know, what what the car, or not the car, what the home was worth and everything. But it's a strike of a pen for them because you have insurance on your house, but they have it on it too. So it's like, okay, we're covered if you default. It's paid off. Plus, we got your house already. Plus, you're gonna owe and pay us more money. So they're winning like 3 times over. Versus you're losing. Like, okay, you got to get another house. You owe for this other house. I mean, they want to keep the little person down. All these corporations that they want to say that are people. A corporation isn't a person. It's a conglomerate that's essentially against the people. You know, that's why they hate when, you know, you're coming closer to paying off, you know, your residence. You know, I done seen where a man came in with, you know, damn near all the money to pay off his house, and he couldn't pay it off because he was using cash. Why can't he use cash? Why does it have to be something, you know, I mean, that's American currency and you're supposedly an American bank, so why can't you take the American currency? You know, each one of those bills that he's bringing in has serial numbers. I'm supposing you can track everything that he's saying, where he got the money from. I mean, I'm quite sure if he's bringing in that mass amount of money, I'm quite sure if he signed um you know, to get a loan, you know, where his working residence is or whatever like that. So I mean, it's just they want you to buy into so much stuff that is you know, I say for better words, is unsavory. It ain't for you. They want you to be basically stuck on stupid. Does anybody got anything to add? I mean, like I said, I know I watch some live streams, and I know I don't like to be like, man, I gotta type this. This is how I feel. I don't want, you know, to come off wrong. But hey, that's how we have an interaction. You know, like I said, these live streams are for the people. It ain't so much for me, because when I have something I have to say, I do it in video form most of the time. I mean, every now and then it's a rare occasion I have a topic that I'll run with, and you know, I'll put out there where I'll speak on it. But right now, it's, you know, like when Rated Shot and the infamous Lisa Smith is taking over my channel, it's a freestyle. You know, so we could talk about whatever. Like I said, you could post your number, and I could hit your line and we could talk like that. It's all up to you. And like I said, those that have liked the live stream, I appreciate you. Hey, if you haven't liked it already, like the live stream. That's just for better placement of, of the, getting the notifications. As a matter of fact, I always see it, but I never see it light up. But it is actual super chat on here too. I mean, I don't know if you're aware of it, but it's super chat on here. So if you, hey Rick, I want to give you a fit. I don't even know if they let you give 50 cents. But think about it like this: whatever, and even if it ain't my super chat, anybody's super chat that you give them money, like say you give them $5. Well, actually, you're only giving them 250 because this platform takes essentially 50% of whatever you give. So if you really feeling yourself, I mean, I'm gonna give him a C note. I'm gonna give him $100 bill. You're actually just giving them 50. If you're giving them 50, you're actually giving them 25. That's how it really works. So for the people that don't know how super chat works, that's how it works. You give a person $1, yeah, I guess you're giving them 50 cents. So I just like to put people up on, you know, how things actually work. A lot of people ain't aware of this, and I'm just letting the world know. Anything else you got to say, Lisa Smith? You got anything you want to say? If you still there, Tommy, Joe Frank, if you there, you got anything to say? Like I said, post your number. I hit your line instantaneously. Let me see. I have to get a charger out. The device already trying to go low on me. Left my charger in my other vehicle. If nobody else got anything to say, I'll let it roll to. We had 27 minutes and counting. I'll let it roll to 30 minutes. If nobody got nothing else to say, I'll end this particular live stream. I said a little bit what I could think of to say, you know, and I'll say it like this: it ain't what I thought of is what essentially Lisa Smith, threw out there, and I just ran with it. So essentially, that's what you do. You throw out a pitch, and I try to bat it out the park. I ain't trying to hit no balls. I ain't trying to walk on base with it. I'm trying to hit something, out of the into the grandstands and things. Hopefully I can. And hopefully y'all enjoyed the interview that I had with the Leo Giovanni. Matter of fact, whenever he says he's dropping a movie, hey, go get that. I think it's going to be something to add to your library. So everybody's really gone silent. Either y'all really don't go silent, or they're really censoring what you can say. Because like I said, I don't already know experience on censoring with not being able to put up my thumbnail, and the thumbnail is essentially just a red background saying what's going on, 10.5 with the Tuku Khan logo with the King Tut head. That's essentially all it was. But it kept saying error, we can't put it up. So you know what? That ain't stopping me. I'm still going up. Like I said, I want to say the percentile of my notifications going out of my subscribers is in the, I won't even say 1%. It's like 0.20% or something like that. It's way down. It's crazy. But like I said, it's not nothing strange to people that have melon, and that ain't with no kind of secret societies of any type. That's how you get done, because they know they can't trust you with certain things they don't want the public to know. So the things I do know, that's why I tell the public, because I ain't with trying to be empowering this certain network of certain people to basically feed the masses some BS. I ain't with none of that. So whatever information I come across and I know that people don't know about it, I'm telling it. Matter of fact, I just watched an interview where essentially, it was this person that operates out of, Hollywood, and they were in so many words speaking about how they don't let the masses know about, essentially how they're getting hoodwinked, and that's telling. I mean, if you hear something like that, that means okay. With you saying that, that means I can't even deal with certain people, or I got to look at them in a different light. That's the real thing. You got to look at people in a different light. When they speak and you know a certain thing about them, then that just lets you know, okay, I got to be more mindful on how I speak to this person, because they're taking an interpretation to do me wrong, versus when you're dealing with your own kind, y'all's actually seeing eye to eye, versus the person that ain't your kind. They're essentially plotting against you. But we done ran over to 31 minutes, about to go to 32. I appreciate those that came in. I guess nobody else has anything to say. So, Reek's up out of here. Bye bye now.